Hey guys, hope you are doing good. My name's Basil and this is going to be week 2 lecture 1. In this week we are going to cover briefly regarding sourcing and how to source products for your wholesale FBA business. There are multiple methods through which we in our agency source wholesale FBA products, try to hunt and find wholesale FBA suppliers, and there's something which I keep on repeating again and again in my agency as well, that wholesale FBA is a lot about establishing supply relationships. It's just not about putting a specific criteria on a specific tool and searching supplies through it. Of course, that's just one of the methods, but it's mostly about establishing relationships. And when I talk about establishing relationships, at its broader term, what I mean is going through multiple social media platforms to target these suppliers. If you reside in states, or if you are a freelancer, or if you are an agency who is who's like working with someone with a business, so if you can arrange a few meetings of your client who resides in states to go out there and meet these suppliers physically, that's going to be the way moving forward. Because when it comes to just searching suppliers through Keepa's product filters and then reverse sourcing them, that's just one of the methods. But if you only rely on it, it's for sure going to become super saturated in the upcoming months, and it will be very hard for you to be able to find some suppliers that way. So that's why we've come up with this lecture to help you with your sourcing process for wholesale FBA. So let's jump straight into it. The very first step, and that is for someone who just has a new client, or who's just starting a business, and he wants to ask that, okay, with every other method, through searching supplies on Google, through Keepa's reverse sourcing method, so every other method, chances of getting profitable products from a supplier pretty thin. So normally our own success ratios, when we contact 100 suppliers, around 20 of them reply, around 20 to 25 of them, and we get profitable products from max 6 to 7 suppliers. So it's 6 to 7% of success criteria. How to push it up to 25-30? Because for instance, in the start, you do not have lots of time in your hand, where you can hunt 1,000 suppliers, get 10, 20, 30 good supplies from there, and then you buy your inventory. So if you do not have to, and by the way, it does not mean that you just have to rely on this one method. I'm saying that this is just one of the methods which we are doing, and it has produced some really good results for us. You can of course go forward with it. If you're not following it, for sure follow it along with all the other methods which you are following. But something which we do is basically go to this wholesale central, this wholesale directory website, which has made things 10x easier for us. So once we go in there, we get so this is basically a B2B, a business to business directory. It has got multiple suppliers who are there to cater Amazon FBA sellers. So if you're an Amazon FBA seller, and if you aspire to become one thing where you'll struggle a lot, especially with doing supplier hunting and getting approvals from just distributors and wholesalers. By the way, I'm not talking about brands or brand approval right now. Is that lots of suppliers are not interested in working with Amazon sellers. Moreover, whenever you tell them that, okay, I want this product to be ungated on my account, that means sometimes Amazon asks you for a few certifications or some invoices. Those suppliers become very skeptical with working with you, because these guys want to work with people who have got access to physical stores. Plus, if then you've got an online presence, it's good enough. And I'll explain you the reason behind that as well. Of lots of these products where we are going through these products and reverse sourcing them and getting their approvals, they already have a predetermined sale. So for example, if I see that, okay, this product has got 1,000 sales and there are 10 sellers, I'll be the 11th seller. Hypothetically, if everyone divides it equally, let's say everyone gets 91 sales or 90 sales. If another seller comes up, another wholesale FBA reseller comes up, they'll also add up to this, and the number of sales, they are not increasing because a new seller is not doing anything which helps in increasing the ranking of that product or increasing the traction on that product. They are just dividing that those number of sales into even more sellers. So as a supplier, since we also handle a distribution channel, I'll not be interested into working with like 12 different sellers who have like just saturated the market. Instead of just working with 2 sellers who are like pretty big, have got a considerable amount of investment, and like they want to put in money into the specific product. So I would for sure prefer only giving my products to those 2 resellers, instead of like creating lots of noise and giving like $1,000-$2,000 of inventory to like 10-20 different sellers. And it makes sense as well, right? So for them, Amazon, Wholesale Central's Amazon FBA suppliers are a great way to start with, if anyone's facing that issue where they're not like getting supplier approvals. Because in here, we also see a very popular category, which is, Amazon FBA suppliers. And all of the sellers, all of the suppliers who are like registered in here, they pay a good amount of fee. I think it's like $500 annually to get themselves registered. And the reason why they're getting themselves registered is because they want to promote their business from here. They want to accommodate Amazon FBA sellers. Lots of them are like distributors plus agencies. So they're like waiting for Amazon FBA sellers to come where they can pitch their services. But a lot of them are like just suppliers, and they want to cater Amazon FBA sellers. So we are like getting multiple supplies in here. And since there are like 137 supplies found 2 days ago, I think there were like 138. Each and every day we are like coming in here. If any new supplier comes up, we are trying to just get access to them as soon as possible. But here's the deal as well. A good thing about in here is that the chances of rejection will be very low, and like around everyone carries a good product. If you like start establishing some relationship with them, maybe at the very first go they do not send you their home runners, but after some time, after let's say 3 or 4K of test buys, then they might send you their home runners as well. And that is that depends a lot on you establishing sort of like relationships, trying to contact them on email. If they've got a WhatsApp number, try to connect with one of their sales rep. So we've got we are a supplier. We are like VP Wholesale. If anyone comes up to us onto our Telegram group, we are basically trying to establish relationships with them. Because end of the day, if as a distributor a client is making profits, he'll be very much convinced to buy with the same guy, instead of buying with like multiple people. So if just one person is like accommodating to their product needs, of course they would want to have like multiple supplies of that product, in case they're like getting better pricing of somewhere, or better MOQs of somewhere, like better lead times of somewhere. That makes complete sense, and it should be there. But nevertheless, I as a seller would want to be connected with only like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 like quality supplies, instead of working with like 30-40 not too much quality supply. So we like divide them into different tiers as well. So I would not want to work with 10 tier 3 suppliers instead of just one tier 1 or tier 2 supplier. Nevertheless, you can visit their websites and have a look at which products are these guys like carrying. Go to these product categories, have a look at, okay, he's like carrying toys and games. Search that, okay, how is this product performing on Amazon. Moreover, you have to apply to get their pricing. So they'll ask you for your company name, for your your EIN, for your reseller certificate. And this is something which I've like recorded the last week. So if you're like confused how to create your Amazon account, how to get reseller certificate, how to get EIN, you can refer to those lectures, which are like uploaded on my LinkedIn or on my YouTube or on my Facebook page, wherever you are. And you can have a look at them without like paying any charges, of course. It's like free lectures. But yeah, nevertheless, you can come back in here, visit like multiple suppliers, open up accounts with them, try to establish relationships. There are like multiple ways through which you can contact these suppliers as well, via phone call, via an email, opening a registration application, registering through an application, and they'll get back to you in like 1 or 2 business days mostly. But yeah, that's the case. That's a good deal about finding supplies from Wholesale Central. Now, one bad thing about in here is that that like 90% of these suppliers, they become saturated after like 3 to 4 months. So this is what's basically happening. For example, if I start working with, let's suppose, e-com wholesale deals, let's say e-com wholesale deals, products which they'll be giving to a very new seller, or someone who just signs up for their to have their account, they might not be giving like home runner products to them. Instead, they will be giving products which maybe will not be the best, but they just want to check out that if someone's even buying from them or not, because they want to keep their best products for their clients who are like buying monthly to 30, 40, 50k, even like 10, 20k from them, instead of giving it out to someone who just maybe asking questions and like not be interested in buying. So even us as a supplier, we do not give a home runner products to a Telegram group or maybe on like a Google Sheets. We first of all try to give out some leads. We try to see if someone's like interested into buying and interested in establishing some relationship. And once they are, we know that okay, these guys are like really interested into establishing some, or like they're getting back as well, because a lot of times sellers or like VAs, they're like just scrolling through that inventory, not replying you back at all, and that's sort of like frustrating, because sending out like 50, 100 deals each and every day and these guys not replying at all. It's better to get these 50 deals to someone who can just have a look at them. They scan through it pretty fast and like are able to shortlist 4 or 5 good products, immediately get back to us, and like we can like then proceed further. So of course we prefer working with those sellers instead of like creating a noise. That does not mean that we're not sending good products to a Telegram group, or these guys do not push the good products to other like Telegram groups or WhatsApp groups, or like on their website, or like even if like they're contacting you through via emails. They do give you good products. They're just waiting for you to at least establish some conversation with them. So yeah, that's about Wholesale Central. Once again, great method of finding supplies. If you're like just starting off, 100% use this method. And I think that will be pretty much it. In the next one, we'll be discussing about another more ways of finding supplies. And yeah, have a good one. Bye bye.